Hi, and good, beautiful day to you. My name is Amy Sinclair. For those of you that don't know me, I own a private studio in downtown Huntsville, Ontario. And my motto is strong mind, body, and soul, as I feel that it is important that we do what we need to do in regards to exercise for our body, but I also know the importance of powerful, positive thinking alongside feeding your soul to find that calm balance along the way. Today I'm going to talk to you about when you feel like the universe is challenging you, the world is challenging you, you feel like you're getting those things coming at you from a multitude of directions to the point where you're like, really, how much more can one person take? How I'm going to do this is I'm going to talk about my last few days and what I did to take care of myself through self-love, self-care, and self-healing, the power of positive thinking, as I've ran into these roadblocks along the way. I hope that these help you, that in your day-to-day or in moments that you might be faced with even later today after watching this. Please know that if you have any questions about anything I've shared in this video, to reach out, whether you feel like emailing me, private messaging me, or commenting below, and I would be happy to do my best to answer your questions. If I don't know the answer, I'm also not afraid to tell you I don't know the answer, and I will either look for it or provide you with the best suggestion I can. So, with everything that's going on for us specifically in Ontario, we just went into a second stage lockdown. Does it suck? Yeah, it does, okay? We've all been through this for the last couple of years. We could get into it 1,000 times about what we feel is right, what we feel is wrong, blah, 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 blah. The fact is, can we change it? Truly, can we change it? Not necessarily everything, and again, we all have an opinion about that, but one thing we can do and need to do is in here. And that goes for any day of your entire life. So, what are we gonna look at? In the last few days, my studio, I was told, had to close. Okay, so there's some mixed emotions there. I was sad, I was frustrated. For those of you that have followed me, you might have seen me post something on Instagram or on a different YouTube channel, Facebook, even crying because I was frustrated. My primary focus through that was, yes, I need to look after my clients and all of those that I want to help, but I can't necessarily do that until I can figure out my own well-being. I have to clear my mind. I have to take the steps I need to take in order to clear the fog and the stress to be able to have a vision of how I'm going to proceed. For those of you that don't know me, I'm going to let you know that I will never give up on anything. I am a fighter. I just like to sit back, evaluate, and then move forward on the circumstance that I'm being faced with. So, what did I do? I reached out to all of my clients via email in every different, whether it was personal training, another business that contracts through me, classes, etc., etc. And I gave them an update on what was going to go on in the next few days. After I did that, now it was time to take care of this girl. So I went home. I made a herbal tea that had turmeric, ginger, lemongrass, fennel, black cracked pepper, cinnamon. I don't know if I already said turmeric, but turmeric, which also has curcumin in it, huge healers. And I added chaga to it and some other things. I allowed that tea to steep because of what it's going to do for me healing on the inside. Now, I'm not recommending you necessarily make that tea because you might be on a form of medication that could counter. I'm just saying that did that for me. I then ran a bubble bath and I sat in the tub. During that day, when I reached out to speak with people that I highly regard and know that they will cheer me up or have my back, if I felt at all like there was too much pressure, I quickly spoke up and said, I so appreciate your help, your guidance, your words, your love. But right now, I can't take on any more than I can chew in this minute, which means I have to do what's best for me. And I have to have time to be angry, to be sad, to be frustrated. And I have to be real with those feelings, and I have to get them to the surface, and I've got to cry it out. And maybe you're not the type of person that's going to cry it out, but then maybe that means for you, you're going to go outside if you live in a snowy area and you like snow. Maybe you're going to go out and you're going to do a snowshoe. You're going to go sit on a swing. Who cares if there's snow around it? I don't. You're going to stand in the sunshine. You're going to do anything, paint, read, anything that makes you feel better for you. You're also going to shut off any outside negative sources. So I didn't watch the news. I didn't have anything interact with me in that 12, 18, 24 hours where I felt I needed to step away. While not only did I heal myself, I took the time for also all those thoughts to be running through my head on what is the process, what is the stage, what am I going to do next? Fight or flight almost. That's going to happen in many different scenarios that you run through your life. This is just a specific time in history, but every day that you're challenged with something is a specific time in your history. The biggest thing is to always recognize that the first person you have to take care of is yourself. Be kind to those around you that are looking to speak to you. Send out an email, do a text that just says you need to be alone today, but you will get in touch with them soon. Know that you love them, but right now you've got to do the things that are needed to take care of yourself. Later that day, I also journaled. I took the time to just write out a bunch of stuff that I was feeling to get it out of my head, out of my heart, out of my soul. From there, I had a great night's sleep because I took my magnesium melatonin GABA mix, which I take every night, called it a day. I was tired from the tears anyhow. I tucked myself in comfortably, and the next day was going to be a new day. So, what follows that? So one of the things I want to tell you about that I stumbled into today was this. One, as I mentioned, I am not a quitter. I don't believe in it. I will never let anything take me down. It just might change the way at which I approach something, cause me to take 3 steps back before I spring forward, because you deserve the best for you. Sometimes those challenges are meant to slingshot us off to the next great thing. So I get up, I have a call, and it says, the furnace is broken. So I need to fix the furnace because the individual that lives there is freezing cold. We can't have that. I call my dad. On top of it, I'm thinking, really, in the moment, because of course, again, you're going to react in some cases and potentially be a little frustrated, although that isn't anyone's fault, that's just timing. So, grateful, love my dad, meets me immediately, we figure it out, there's a broken piece, because we always know someone in a specialty that can help us. We all have our heroes or someone we can hire that does the service and a plan to take care of things so that you can get that off your shoulder and out of your mind. Part of me is frustrated it happened, check. But here I am with someone who is able to fix the problem. There's now heat within an hour back at that house and everything's fixed. Beautiful. Now, next thing, while we're having a break, we get into my vehicle that isn't very old. I see 2 yellow lights on the tires. My dad says, you need to get those, you need to put air in those tires, that's not good, throughout the winter, bad roads, etc. And I said, actually, this just happened, because when one thing happens, things tend to follow. So here I am going, okay, I'm gonna go get air in my tires. As soon as we're done with this, easy peasy, you're thinking air in your tires, no big deal. After we're done, we take off, I go to put air in the tires, I put a toonie in the tire thing, no big deal. take the little head off the tire air thingamajiggy. You're gonna laugh at this because I don't know the names of all this stuff. And I put the tire gauge on and I check at what the gauge is reading, and then I hold it and it's going, all's well, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm looking, the gauge isn't going up, but the machine's running. I'm going, I don't really know, maybe the gauge thing on the tire thing is broken, it's cold, whatever. I go, I do the other tire, I get back in the vehicle, I turn it on, and they're still on. I go into the store and I say, hey, your tire gauge machine is broken, it's running, but it's not actually putting air into the tires. Could I have my money back? Because I did this a couple times too many. And at that point I was told, no, it's a separate company, sorry, we can't give you your money back. I recommended he puts an out of order on it so that they don't take anyone else's money that they can't return during this time. At least it was a beautiful day. Thank God again for the specialists in certain fields that we know. I took that and I called Honda, who services my vehicle, and I said, hey, here's the scenario I ran into. I'm a little frustrated. I don't know what to do. They say, come straight up. We'll get it fixed for you. I drive up, drive in, they fill it, problem solved, I drive out. 2 challenges fixed. 1, I wasn't working, busy at the time when I got the call in regards to the furnace where I wouldn't have had a chance to fix it, or my dad could have been somewhere else. Timing worked out perfectly, and rather than trying to fix it over a couple of days while lining up our schedules to get this fixed, or extending days longer at the end of busy work days, etc., it happened at a time where it could be fixed with both of us seamlessly together, and we got to share time. The second one, yes, frustrating. Again, winter day, it's cold. Do I want to fill a gauge in a tire? Blah, blah, blah. No, I don't. But you know what? It happens. You can't do anything about it. The beautiful thing is that I know people that took great care of me, and at the end of it, vehicle's fixed, it's off my shoulders. Drive on a beautiful day as the sun shines here in Huntsville, Ontario. The next thing is I bought some herbal tea for a couple friends of mine that aren't currently feeling well. And I don't want to go, obviously, into their homes, etc. I just dropped the bags and messaged them to pick them up. The funny thing is that I'm so distracted in everything that's going on that I drive past the roads that they live on. And I'm not talking once. I'm talking like I had to turn around 4 times. So I'm not present because my brain is going 100 miles an hour. But again, the beautiful thing is it's a sunny day, it's a good day for a drive, and you know what? It can always be worse. So, when we're faced with something, I just want you to know that everything you need is inside. There's things when you can't shut your brain off that you're going to use, like mindful meditation. Let someone else speak in a voice that you like to hear that will calm you while you lay there and give your body time to remove any of the outside anxiety, because I do that regularly and I love it. Although right now there's things that you may not be able to do during shutdowns, etc., there are things that you can do. We just have to do some things to look at it differently. Can you have fun? Yes. Go outside, grab a Frisbee, grab your skis, grab your snowshoes, da-da-da-da-da. If you don't like outside, it's too cold for you this time of year, depending on where you live, look at the things that you can do, period. Don't look at what you can't do. Shift your mindset to what you can. I can do this. I can do that. And things that you might have removed at this current moment, there's still a lot of beautiful things that you can do and that you can create. You just have to get a little creative in those things, or Google them, YouTube them. Lots of games, lots of things. Go ice skating, go watch your people skate, go just find things that make you smile. Call a friend, go for a walk, have a coffee. Call a friend, sit at your kitchen table, have a tea. Someone positive, someone that you like to share time with in times where you're not feeling like you can give a lot to others that might need things from you. The other thing is you cannot be stopped. In your soul, you have everything you need. There's going to be times that you have to feed yourself and only yourself to be able to get a little stronger. The biggest thing is you can't get stuck there. That's why I like to say now I know I've trained myself well enough not to get stuck, to recognize, take time to heal, and then go, okay? If you're a person that could get stuck when you're feeling this way, then don't stay. Don't sit. Don't allow yourself and your thoughts to eat away at you. Get moving. Get moving, get moving, whether that's a walk by yourself, listen to some really good music like I posted the other day, dance, do things to distract yourself. The point of this video is sometimes people say to me, how would you know? You don't have these problems. How do you know? You're not faced with these difficulties. How do you know? You're always happy and smiling. The thing is that I'm not always all of these things, because life gets me like it gets everyone else. The thing is that you have to do what you have control of, and that is change the current circumstance. That you do have the choice to do. You do have the power of. And if you don't know how because your brain isn't seeing things that clearly, then reach out, go online and watch a comedy show, anything that makes you laugh, look at jokes, watch funny TikTok video, whatever it is that is positive, that next thing you know, rather than feeling stuck in that moment, you're gonna feel like all of a sudden you're just giddy and life is good. You want to try to train yourself, your mind, your soul, and your body to lean towards these habits, because the more you start to do them, the more you turn to them every time you're put in an instant. So when you're feeling challenged and life throws some curveballs at you, go out, hit it, and get a home run, because you have what it takes. Happy health, strong mind, body, and soul. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.